bullshit that's been going on in the community. Resurrection thought we'd be fine if we all just came together to talk about a few things that's going on in the YouTube community. But anyway, Resurrection, what you got a few things to say?
Yeah, I got several things to say actually. So basically, I mean, we've been having some issues with this dude J Tech and Somatic. For some
Mm-hmm.
reason, Somatic wanted to jump in this discussion. I mean, we all had the party chat with J Tech. For some reason, he felt like we jumped him in the party chat, and he went back and told people in his legion that we jumped him in the party chat, which is not what happened. And then for some reason, Somatic thought it was a good idea to make a video and put our names and put our profiles and all this stuff in the video and make assumptions as if everybody in the chat, it was like five or six people in the chat, but he made this video like we jumped JTech, and
But
it
what I
was
find
only
it, I'm sorry.
really it was only me and Shadow talking, and most of the time it was Shadow talking. Uh,
Well,
but
I
at
was
the
really
end,
talking over everybody.
well, yeah, I mean, yeah, but I mean, basically, it was more so, you and J Tech having the debate. Uh,
Hmm.
I mean, how it all
And he took it
started,
personal.
right? How it all started, basically, J Tech was in the party chat with us. We was all playing Uncharted, and he just kept saying a whole bunch of stuff. Like, I mean, basically, he was
A
making it
whole
seem
bunch
like
of damage controllers.
a bunch of damage controlling, saying there was nothing wrong with how short the Order 1886 was,
I
and
kept
he
calling him out about it.
right, and he was saying, Microsoft players, Xbox players, they didn't have a home, and he was saying a whole bunch of stuff, and I just called the dude a
Which
Sony
doesn't even
pony.
make any sense because that like the
Hey
only home
man,
that you
you know
got is the
what
home
really
that you
pissed
live
me
in.
off though about it?
Hmm.
This nigga tried to say that he has a gaming rig that he could play The Sims and shit on, and it's just a fucking regular laptop.
Somebody told me that he was only able to
Yeah,
run Titanfall, which is an Xbox One slash Xbox 360 game at like 8 to 10 frames per second. I'm like, man, like that is completely terrible. I mean, that's even worse than
yeah.
It's
GoldenEye on the
true. It's true
N64.
though, because
Like,
when
what is
I
this
asked
fool
him
talking about?
what type of PC he had, remember he said, well, it's got 8 gigs in it, and it's got an Intel
Eight
i5
gigs
or
of
something.
RAM or some shit.
Yeah, it was like a stock desktop that he bought from like Best Buy, and I'm like, that's not a gaming rig. That's a desktop. So it was a whole combination of stuff, and finally I just said, you know what, you're a Sony pony, you don't know what you're talking about, and dude got pissed, and he started, y'all were in there, he started going off, and
Hmm.
my thing is this,
He
Calling us
okay,
Xbox,
he tried
saying
to
that.
take shots at my nigga Jack Move Johnny.
yeah,
I mean,
I mean,
this dude is always trying to take shots at people when shit doesn't go his way, like an insecure, like like a child when he can't get what he wants, then he wants to sit there and insult people, like, hey, you're this, hey, you're that. He has a dude that supports him too, which is the Call of Duty kid, and for some reason with this, and it's funny they don't even like Call of Duty yet they sitting on my fucking making videos about me, Somatic, saying all you do is play shooters. Man, I just recently got a PS4, okay? Obviously, I'm not gonna have that many games. I own multiple consoles coming from somebody that says, well, if you're a hardcore gamer, you should only own one. What kind of logic is that? If you're a real
That
hardcore
is
gamer, what if you
retarded.
want games from all platforms? That means I have
Why would you
I mean,
limit
platform, not
yourself?
platform. Exactly. Why would I limit myself? But I really hated how he was talking about, well, there's really no point of owning an Xbox One. I mean, looking at your damn laptop and the one that you had by what Resurrection is saying, yeah, there's probably more of a reason to own that an Xbox One compared to that underpowered
Word.
laptop you're talking about. But yeah, go
but
ahead.
but the main reason I wanted to have this little discussion podcast, whatever you want to call it. The main reason I wanted to do it is because I didn't appreciate this dude Somatic putting my name in a video and jumping to some conclusions when he was absolutely wrong, because one of the dudes in the party chat didn't even have a microphone, and the other guy wasn't
Oh,
saying anything.
radioactive, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, so
Exactly. He was sitting there
he
talking about
jumping
a
to
man that wasn't
conclusions,
even
right?
having a confrontation.
Right. And then, you got these guys with these sock accounts. I mean, J Tech has sock accounts, and he's coming to both of our pages disliking videos. Like, who does this?
The
type
same
of
amount
stuff?
of dislikes. I mean, he doesn't even know how to play it off.
Right.
I mean, we should be
This-
like, man, 15 dislikes here, 20 here. Like this man,
But
like
it's
if
like
you look at
18.
either of our videos, we have this. It's the same amount, right? Like 18
Right.
on this one, 18 on this one, 18 on the other, 18
Exactly.
even on mine. And some occasions, it's embarrassing. It's like, dude, if you're gonna be so much of a fanboy, at least do it right. You know?
Right.
That's all I gotta say.
Right. So
You
I
know?
don't know. I'm just, my thing is, if they really want to settle this, I mean, we can wait till Uncharted comes out and we can go head to head. We can go
You
team.
already know the way.
They could see me in
Man.
Street Fighter right now.
He don't want
The
that
way
problem
he played
either.
Right
with
now,
us,
they could see
Resurrection,
me in Street
Resurrection.
Fighter.
The way he played the beta with us, he was more of a, he was dead weight. I mean, he can't play for shit. As you can see, like, as soon as we even had him on my team, he was getting carried completely. He wasn't doing nada. If anything, he was helping the other team win. Okay,
Yeah, I
that's
mean,
the
he
only
was.
thing
Yeah, he
really
was.
good for.
He was
God.
definitely. He was definitely hurting the team more than he was helping, for sure.
For a guy that loves Sony, you would think that he would know how to play Sony games. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Right? The fuck?
But-
Shit. Does
but
more
it-
defending.
But it's not even just that. Like I've been getting so pissed at the reason I'm mad. This is why I'm mad. Okay, these dudes are the definite. They're
What's up,
worse than
Rainbow? What's going on,
they're,
bro?
they're worse than Xbox Nation. They are
I
worse.
agree.
They are worse than
They're
X.
worse than BGST.
That's what I'm
I
saying.
agree.
That's what I'm saying. They're worse than them because at least BGST they're most of them are open to playing on different platforms. But you got this
I mean,
dude.
most of them even own them.
Right. Most
Right.
of them even own different platforms. But you had this dude J-Tech that's deleting and banning people off of his
Not
page,
buying particular games.
and he's banning people because they own multiple platforms, or he's not letting people in
Which
his
is ridiculous.
podcast because they
Because of a
own.
trophy level score
Right.
too. That's another thing. Talk
Not
about
only
how
that-
they're not gamers or whatever. That's ridiculous.
Not only that,
Knowing
he
I have
deleted-
more gamer score than he does. I mean, trophies. I'm sorry. That's Xbox talk.
And he deleted Alucard out of
Oh, he did?
PlayStation. He kicked her out of PlayStation Legion. Didn't even tell her
Oh, I
why.
didn't know that.
Didn't even tell her why. Kicked her out.
There's a reason why.
If
And
you ask
he's not
me,
gonna
he
tell
did
me.
her a favor.
He did do her
Yeah,
a
he
favor.
actually did.
But she
He
said
did
it was.
her
She said that he kicked her out because she had a higher trophy score than he did. Alucard has like
So
a
he
whole
was-
bunch of
So
platinum.
he was jealous.
That's
Oh
what
my
she
God.
that's what she
So
told
this
me.
man, are you serious? So he was jealous that I'm not, she is a female. I don't know if that was the case, but I'm just making assumptions right here. But I'm assuming that he deleted her knowing that this female had more trophies than he did.
That's
How
exactly what
ridiculous
happened.
is that?
That's
Like,
what
I mean,
happened.
are you kidding me? And it's funny because you're right about this. In Somatic, for you saying that I'm not a gamer, I have an account called Develop. I even showed my boy Resurrection. I'm gonna show Cricket too. That this account that I haven't even used from 3 to 4 years ago has way more trophies than Somatic does. It's Somatic. You call me a not gamer. And remember, since I also play on Xbox, that means I also have achievements, and I'm not even a trophy/achievement whore. So your logic is definitely misconstrued, Somatic. And I'm gonna definitely make a counter video to that one that you claimed saying that I wasn't a gamer. This is coming from a guy that loves vintage gaming more than I like the whole 8th generation. Okay, but I'm not gonna sit there and use your trophy score to make it seem that you don't play games, because think about it. There's some people that probably play World of Warcraft more than I play 20 games combined. They probably put freaking 2,000 or 3,000 hours. I know people on Wii U that put thousands of hours on one game, and that game is called Monster Hunter 3U for the Wii U. That doesn't mean he's not a gamer. That just means that's the only really thing he likes to play. He put a lot of time. I can't say that I put in that amount of time in 10 games that came out for this generation. But go ahead.
Yeah, I want these dudes to explain to me.
Yeah, I know Rainbow. He is tripping. I agree.
I want them to explain to me why is it that every time they make a video, they have to talk about the Xbox and what the
That's
Xbox
true.
isn't doing and how the Xbox sucks and all this stuff, trying to justify their purchase, which is
Not
ridiculous.
getting one. And
It's
what's funny,
ridiculous.
you're right about that, because why the hell are they trying to justify a purpose for something that they don't even have? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
At least At least with Craft Gamer, and people say he's an Xbox, well, you know what? At least he's fighting for what's something that he cares about and something that he actually owns, and being like, yo, I want the Xbox One to better itself. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. In my opinion, yeah, it seems a little fanboy, but hey, he wants the Xbox One, you know, to have exclusives, which you know, that's what everybody's complaining about. He's right about that. He has valid points. It's just the way he went about it.
Right, right.
But yeah,
and he actually, yeah, but he actually, I mean, like I said earlier, he actually gives.
Oh, okay. Rainbow told me they used to do the same. Okay, I didn't know that. We're just talking about them. You know, I'm new to the YouTube scene, but if they did that, they're just as bad for it. That's all I'm gonna say.
I mean, he actually gives stuff a chance, though. I mean, he's a fanboy, but good God, I mean, they're worse.
Yeah, Craft Gamer's pretty bad. I mean, he steals gameplay. I mean, he's obviously biased, and I feel that he does things to be accepted. Like, even his reviews, even though he's giving PlayStation games good reviews, in my opinion, Street Fighter V should have never got an 8 from him. It really should have got, like, either a 5 or a 6. The game is broken at this moment. What he should have did was a past tense video. He should have did a review of how the game is now, and then a future video in the meantime, when they fix all the bugs, fix all the issues with the online, and say, hey, this is how the game is now. You know what I mean? Then if you want to give it that 8 or 9, which it deserves, that's fine. But you should not give a game an 8 because you feel like, I don't want people thinking that I'm an Xbox, because that just shows you that you're so biased. You have guilty conscience. That's what it shows.
Yeah, he's trying so hard not to be a fanboy that, you know, he's giving I mean, false reviews.
Exactly. He's giving exactly. Even if they are good, it doesn't matter if they're good or not, because you say no. You say you don't hold no bars. You say you don't hold anything, yet you do hold it when it comes down to PlayStation games. Like, it's just crazy, just because he don't want people thinking he's an Xbox fan, but which he is. So if you have to do that to yourself, that means you obviously are. Because I made a video called PlayStation VR and this PlayStation Reality and all the reality attachments that keep coming out. I just don't want them. I know there's a lot of gamers out there that do. That's fine. I'm not going to sit there and disregard that, but I'm not interested in it. My video got disliked like crazy. But that's how I feel.
But how?
I'm honest with myself.
This is my thing.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Somatic made this video and said that Uncharted 4 is gonna destroy Gears 4. And I'm thinking, what? I mean, have you even played a Gears game?
I don't even think he's ever played it.
How are these dudes like saying? How are these dudes? I mean, giving their opinions on stuff they haven't even tried. I can't understand.
Well, the only reason why they haven't tried it because they're just console loyalists. They're the only thing that represents. The only difference between these fanboys on either the Microsoft, Sony, and Nintendo side, the only difference that separates these people from each other is the symbol that they represent. They're no different than each other. One supports Nintendo like crazy, one supports Sony, Microsoft. They're no different. They're all the same. The only difference is their goddamn insignia over the top of the fucking system they feel that they have to represent. It's stupid. I mean, it's like, what the hell is this? Like, gangs and shit? Oh, yo, I'm a blood, I'm a crip. Like, man, this ain't even that serious, man. Like, come on. I mean, you got options out there, and you're sitting there limiting yourself. And you're right. He hasn't played Gears. Like, me personally, Uncharted 4 looks like one of the best games out there. And Naughty Dogs even gave credit to a Gears of War, which is a Microsoft-owned IP. So that even shows you that Naughty Dog can put, you know, this shit aside and say, hey, just like Phil Spencer said, hey, Uncharted 4 looks like a great game.
Right.
And all the Xbox.
I mean, you have the head of Xbox. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. Naughty Dog did the same with Gears. What's the problem with that, everybody? What is the problem? He's giving credit to where it's due. You know what I mean? He sees something good, you give credit to. You don't hate on it like a little bitch. Hey, it's on the Xbox, it sucks. It's on the PlayStation, it's trash.
Exactly.
Like, come on, man. Like, how old are we?
And what's that other dude? Rated D, man. I don't know Rated D, but I'm disappointed in him. Okay, because
yeah, I agree.
Dude is pretty smart. I saw the debate he did with Next Gen, and I thought he made some very good points. But if he's gonna sit here and keep company with people that, I mean, delete like people out of delete people out of PlayStation Legion, and I mean, say just outrageous stuff. I mean, then he's no different than they are.
I'm just saying, you are what your friends are, and that's basically what he's doing right now.
I mean, he's just as bad.
He's just as bad, exactly. I mean, people could say it's just no different than people could say, hey, well, that's a person that I know that did. But you sitting there hanging with a person knowing that he's doing these bad things. You're no different. Instead of you
Exactly.
actually doing something productive about it or proactive about it, you want to just be like, well, I know my friend's bullying this kid at school or at college, but you ain't saying nothing to him, knowing that you feel that, knowing that you know
Exactly.
what he's doing is wrong. Since he's your friend, it's okay, right? Come on, man. What
I
society
tell
we
you,
live in,
I
man?
tell you, I
What's
tell you
right
what
is
it's
right,
like.
what's wrong is wrong.
I'll tell you what it's
I
like.
agree.
I'll tell you exactly what it's like. And since Somatic and J-Tech are both black, maybe they can relate to this. This is like having. No, I'm serious. This is like having
Hmm.
that white friend that will agree with you and say how racist Donald Trump is, and they
Yeah.
don't like Donald Trump, but then they'll say, well, you know what? If it comes down to Donald Trump and anybody else on the Democratic side, I gotta vote for Donald Trump just because I'm a Republican.
Hmm.
Now, what kind of sense does that
Exactly.
make? If you
It
know
doesn't
it's
make any
wrong,
sense.
if you know it's
Hmm.
wrong, you just as bad as anybody uh,
Hmm. I
for
agree.
doing it, even though you saying, well, I don't agree with it, but I have to do it anyway. It's
Exactly.
just as
Rainbow.
bad.
Hold on, this is a dude commenting on one of my live streams, Rainbow. I think Whopper or Whooper. He says, then BGST is all trash. Nobody, we're not trying to say, we're not talking about the PlayStation Legion to make the BGS or the Xbox Nation seem much better.
We're
Because
not
if
trying to
anything, they're
glorify
just,
BGST. They're
exactly,
worse.
we're not glorifying them,
They're
but
just as bad.
they're just as bad. But in my
They
opinion, the
just
PlayStation Legion is much worse. At least you can say on the Xbox Nation, from what we've seen, they own multiple consoles. So if they do hate the PS4, they do own it. You see what I'm saying? They do
Yeah.
all have the system in their house.
And my
You know
thing
what I mean?
is,
Black Lebowski and all those fools have Nintendo Wii U. So if they say anything about it, it might be biased, but hey, he owns it.
but this
Anybody
is,
in the PlayStation Legion, do they even own an Xbox One? None. Do any of them even own a Wii U? None. Most of them don't even know about anything about vintage gaming. Iron Whoopie knows a lot about Sega. I can't
but
say the same about
but
the
the dudes
PlayStation
in
Legion.
BGST, now that you said that, they actually have a right if they wanted to hate the PS4. I mean, because they've given it a
Because
chance.
they
I mean,
own
they've
it.
given it a chance.
Yeah, they gave it a chance,
How
and
do
it
you
just wasn't to their liking.
Yeah,
That's all.
how do you say well the Xbox sucks and it doesn't have any good games when
But you haven't
you
played it.
haven't even played it?
You
Like,
haven't touched it. But
I
you
mean,
know the
that's,
excuse. You know the excuse, Raz. We can play it on PC knowing that these people don't even have a PC capable of even running Quantum Break, Gears of War, etc. I mean,
and no intention of getting a PC.
exactly, and they
They
have
just
no
want to use
intention, but
that.
they
Yeah, they
do
just
get
want to use that as an
real
argument. Well, I can
consoles.
do it on PC, so why do I need to get it? Come on,
Then why the
man.
hell is JTech running Titanfall at 8 to 10 frames per second? I can run that game better on a 360 than you did on that.
Yeah,
Are you serious, man? Come on, now. That's just a little ridiculous, but you know, because at the end of the day, you hear these gamers out there. You guys are console gamers. You guys say, "Oh, I mean, if you are one of those gamers like Black Ball in particular, you're right. You have a valid point to say what you gotta say. But if you're one of these fanboys on the Sony, Microsoft side, and knowing that these games are on PC and like, hey, our game on PC, I could just get them there. Well, that's fine if you're actually doing it. But if you are one of those gamers that are not doing it and you're just using it to front so you can feel some fake ass console war, you're just as bad as they are. I'm just saying. That's what I'm just saying.
Most of these niggas do it because they regret their console purchase, my nigga.
You
That's
think
what it
so?
really
I think
is.
I think so. I think you got a valid point because I tell you right now, so many people get disregard. Like I'm an
Like,
old school gamer.
yo, my
Oh,
nigga,
hmm.
I got a PS4 and I play that shit all the time. I don't got time to be on fucking YouTube looking
Or
at
Twitter.
videos to feel good about my fucking console purchase. I
I
don't give
feel
a
you.
fuck about what none of these niggas say. I used to be on
I agree.
YouTube heavy and I don't even be watching YouTube videos no more because either A, I'm busy gaming, or B, I
Hmm.
make better content than them in my opinion. I'd rather
You
listen
do. You
to
make
my
some
own
great
fucking
content. You
videos.
right.
know, too bad people don't really watch it because you don't get the recognition that you deserve. You know what I mean?
I
It'll
think
It's a
come with
shame.
its time. I don't
I
want
think
like no
yeah,
fake subs and none of that.
yeah.
I,
And that's
And I
I'm a
ain't
probably
big
doing
fan.
YouTube. I ain't doing YouTube for the money right now, to be honest, nigga. Like if it
We're just
comes
doing it to
later, then
have
it
fun. I
comes.
want to do it to meet
Yeah.
new people. I want to do it to add new people to my friend list. You know, have different occurrences. Maybe we can. You know, I want to really do real good things for this community. Maybe even have tournaments, like do things like a get together, have a good live stream, do whatever. But you know, these people in the community. I mean, not to sound like I'm hating on. You know, I would say so on so-called popular YouTubers out there, but what are they doing for you guys? I mean, no offense to Broken Games, man. You had a PS4 which was hardly working, yet you rather rip some dude off. Like, I mean, come on, that's like, really? If you played that shit with me, bro, I would have punched you in your fucking face, bro. Knowing that you would have, I'd be like, yo, ain't you that nigga on YouTube? You trying to sell me a broken PS4, nigga? I follow you on YouTube. I know who the fuck you are. You gonna sell me this broken PS4, nigga? You gonna sell me this broken PS4, nigga? I will fucking knock you the fuck out right now. You don't know who the fuck you fucking with. You know what I mean? So this is what I'm saying.
I think I think that's what's so frustrating for me though. Like, cause I think I put up pretty good content. I'm not saying it's the best content on the net or nothing, but when you try to do stuff honest, man, it's like nobody really gives you any type of recognition. But when you put up these drama videos, it's like everybody watches your stuff.
Look at my videos. Anytime I'm like calling somebody out on their bullshit, I get way more views than like what I get for anything else.
Because in the YouTube community, they're a bunch of drama queens, man. I mean, they really needed just to make a reality show out of this shit. Because that's exactly what it is, man. People are just loving this, man. People just love it. It's like those bad girl clubs and shit. Everybody just wants to see people going at it, like, and, you know, clashing heads, like this side versus this side. You know what I mean? It's just what it is. That's just what people are all about for some reason. But at the end of the day, the same games that they supposedly represent, they ain't representing shit. I just represent being a gamer. I just represent having fun. I don't need to represent a fucking symbol. Like, nigga, what the fuck? I don't even work for them. Like, half these motherfuckers don't even work for them. You ain't even getting a check for them, yet you go out day in and day out to protect Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. For what reason? Knowing that they don't even give two shits about you. You fight, you know what's funny? Because I'm an old school gamer. Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, they fought for their consumers. You know who did all the fighting? Dumb companies. We just sat there and was like, oh, they throwing out Sonic, one had Mario for Fight, Streets of Rage, Vector Man, Donkey Kong. We waited. They were fighting for us consumers. They cared about us. They went out there and did whatever the hell they wanted to do to make their system more appealing than the other. We didn't have to do the fighting. They did it for us. You guys fight more than the competitors. You guys fight for Nintendo than Nintendo fight for you. Like, really? Microsoft, you ask Microsoft for a suggestion or Sony or a good thing that you want coming out from these people, they act like they don't hear it, they ignore you, they don't give a fuck. As long as you got them, as long as you keep buying their console and their online subscription fee, they don't give a fuck about you. You really think they care if you get another console over the other? No, they don't care. As long as you already purchased their shit, and for people that have already purchased the console, do you feel like they care if you trade it right back? Nigga, you already gave them $300-$400 for the shit that you already bought.
Yeah,
they don't
right.
give a fuck. I'm trading my PS4 because I hate Sony. I'm trading my Xbox because I don't hate Xbox. I'm showing Microsoft that this is the reason why they shit sucks. Nigga, you already bought the system. You're already a statistic. You're already a statistic, man. Right. You ain't going back from it. They don't care. They already got your money. You know. Well, go ahead, guys. I'm sorry. Pretty long.
Nah, you good. I really don't. I mean, I don't want to beef with anybody in the community. It's not like I'm trying to find some type of beef or nothing like that. But this whole childish stuff gotta stop. Like, I mean, coming to people's videos and disliking videos and all this stuff. That's over the top.
Channels. I mean,
that's over the top.
About smaller channels. We're talking about channels that are really just trying to be friendly. We're not even really trying to look for that confrontation. I mean, I make funny videos. I talk shit about the community. I'm an exception because I actually ask for that. So if you guys want to come on my channel, it's Shadow Man. Hold on, I'm gonna leave a link right now. Come on my channel. I love the hate and I love the hostility. You know what I mean? Here we go. But for these guys, Resurrection and Cricket, man, they don't deserve that shit, man. They don't deserve you guys disliking their videos just because.
I'm not even tripping on the dislike. Look, this is my thing.
I agree.
If you wanna have a debate or something like that, I mean, I don't care. Dislike the video, but I mean, don't block me and block me off of your page to where I can't comment on your stuff and defend myself when you talk crap about me. That's my thing. That's my thing.
I see. To make it seem like you was the wrong one. Yeah, I see what you mean. I know a lot of people. I think even JTech did that to me. Actually, he blocked me on his YouTube. So
they blocked me off the page, and then they keep coming to my page. Like, I mean, come on now.
Exactly, and we don't block them. Like, you guys coming on our page, we ain't even blocking you. But every time we try to you know, talk to you. And it's funny because J-Tech, didn't you say you wanted a 1v1 debate me because you felt that you got jumped? And I'm like, all right, if that's how you felt, I even gave you that leverage. I'm like, man, if that's how you felt, well, let's do that 1v1 debate. You deleted me off your friend list. You got a little emotional. You're like, man, probably fuck this dude. I ain't doing it. Because you already know I got a lot of shit to say. And you know you ain't going to contest with me. That's a fact. I'll tell you right now, bitch. I tell you right now, I got more counters than Floyd Mayweather, motherfucker. You're going to be looking just as foolish as Pacquiao did when he fought him. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, man.
Oh,
I miss a lot of punches.
Oh. No, it's true though.
You know, I think we all need to really stand together. We all really need, as true gamers out there. That's why I put on my channel True Gamers, to really show the recognition for these people that are really trying to do good things, man. Let me tell you guys a story. I mean, Resurrection could tell you, but I'll tell it for you guys. Yeah, Resurrection, you know, he did a giveaway every month. And I told him, I'm like, bro, you shouldn't even do that. I even told him, I'm like, bro, you're stupid for doing that. Because he's like, man, you're kind of right. Because the dude that he gave the giveaway, I don't know if he gave it to that specific person, but he lost subscribers after that. After he did the giveaway, he was like, hold on, I'm giving out free shit. And motherfuckers are only subscribing so they can get the free shit. And I told him, like, man, you see, you got to give it to people that are kind of like coming on your channel, commenting, really liking what you're doing. Because you don't know, you could be giving it to J-Tech TV. Hey, how's your channel? You know what I mean? He does make soft accounts. Motherfuckers getting your free memberships and shit. He'd be like, hold on, I got this through a random generator. You know, you don't even know who the fuck you giving the code to, because he's not a fan. He doesn't really like your content. He's just doing it to get free shit out of you. That's all. He's taking advantage.
That's
I
true.
hate people like that. You know.
Nah, that's true though.
Let's see. Did you guys have another thing we want to bring up?
What about One Stop? Is Wavy still on?
Yeah, Wavy, you stay here. You have a lot to say about One Stop. Let's hear it.
Man, fuck One Stop. That nigga is trash. He don't play no games, first of all. That nigga is garbage. He don't know what the fuck is going on. He needs to find out something to do with his life. I could tell you this, most niggas, them other niggas, J-Tech is in there too, along with One Stop. They are social rejects who come on fucking YouTube to vent. That's what they don't got anywhere else to vent, so they use YouTube as a platform to do that.
That's the power of internet. That's the power of internet. When you back in the days, man, when somebody told you something, you had to be like, man, you said what you said. You said your piece. Let bygones be bygones. But everybody can say whatever the hell they want to say, even if it's completely stupid. It could be the stupidest shit in the world, and they feel like I have some type of empowerment, knowing that this person doesn't know how I look like, doesn't know who I am, doesn't even know me personally as a human being, because I'm protected. That's how they feel. I'm protected.
Probably never gonna run into this motherfucker.
Exactly.
Now,
one thing I won't let nobody do is over the internet is try to get or act tough with me, cause nigga, we are over the internet. You're not gonna talk shit to me or none of that. Think you're gonna get away with it? Not even over the internet. In real life is another thing. We could settle that shit toe to toe in real life if you really wanna take it to that level. I'm not a dude that's out there looking for fights. I'll try to evade a fight at any cost. Like,
yeah, I mean, I've been doing that
the
shit.
The way
be
some niggas
Pokemon,
be acting on YouTube is just like, I'm gonna have to smack the shit out of you, because that's how it is in real life. You gotta fight for your respect, because if you let somebody do something to you in real life, other people are gonna think it's okay and try to do it. You gotta stop shit right then and there. Smack the shit out of a nigga, even if you feel bad about it later.
You're right, and at the end, hopefully you guys shake hands.
Now,
I will tell you, majority of the friends that
I'll shake hands if they're not a fuck boy and it's really a misunderstanding that we had. But if it's a fuck boy,
it's not even a misunderstanding with these people. These people know exactly what they're doing, unless they're mentally unstable. I mean, what I'm saying from my experience, when we had majority of our arguments, this is when I was growing up as a child. I've gotten a lot of fist fights, but a lot of the people that we end up fist fighting, you know, fighting with each other and all that, they end up becoming some of my best friends in school, you know, and then through my childhood. I don't really know a lot of them now. They moved out, some are even locked up. You know, that's another story. But, you know, they were good friends, you know, when I grew up.
Now,
but that's what I mean. But these people are ridiculous.
I don't necessarily have a problem with I don't have a problem with One Stop's content on his page per se. But I don't like how he. You said what? You said what?
the garbage on his page because none of it has to do with gaming. He's always ranting.
Yeah, but what I'm saying,
no positive news or this nigga saying he's enjoying a game or whatever. Like, you go on my channel, you know I play fighters. You know I'm enjoying Street Fighter, even though it's trash. I wouldn't rate it an 8. Right now, I'll rate a Street Fighter a fucking 5.5. As a nigga who only owns a PlayStation.
Oh, you talking about from your experience?
5.5 out of 10. 5.5 out of 10 till we get everything that's supposed to be there. Then I'll give it the true rating.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I'm saying. But you know,
well, when I say I don't have a problem with his content, I mean I don't necessarily think he's a fanboy. Okay. When I'm comparing him to J-Tech, I don't think he's on that. I don't think he's on that level of fanboyism. Yeah. But I didn't like. I still don't like how he talked to. I don't like how he talked to old girl, baby girl. When I heard that, I was like, oh, this dude is a scrub.
People like that, but you know what it is with that nigga? He has a bunch of other social rejects who don't have shit to do with their life, who are happy to have somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
And he's the one dude that acts like he's the tough guy over the internet.
But he probably uses that to make himself feel empowered. Yeah. But you see what I'm saying?
And like he'll block you or kick you out of his group or whatever if you try to say something. Like, I'm not gonna let no motherfucker talk to me like that in real life or over the internet, my nigga.
I mean, he's talking to females like that. Like, I don't really follow, you know, this one-stop dude, but you guys told me about how he's, you know, down talking.
Yeah, like the way that he talked to baby girl. Oh, I'ma just have to live with the fact that you're never gonna know how I feel because of a certain reason. I'm not even gonna mention why. Yeah, but all you see is that nigga's being a hypocrite. Cause it's basically the same thing, nigga.
Yeah, he went crazy.
Same fucking thing.
He went crazy. Exactly, and that's what's. I'm sorry.
And my thing is,
it's probably even worse for baby girl than it is for you, you fucking fuck boy.
But no, he's just like we said about J-Tech down. Them people that are sitting on their podcast with him.
I just gotta say one more thing about this nigga. This nigga is a Hard 8 fanboy.
Who you talking about?
One Stop is a Hard 8 fanboy.
So you trying to
remember when Hard 8 made his new channel and he made a video asking people to go to his channel?
Yeah.
BG made a video like that, but BG is actually Hard 8's boy. And then Jack Move made a video like that too, but Jack Move is actually Hard 8's boy. You never see Hard 8 and One Stop on a podcast together, none of that. And this nigga made a video about it.
So basically, One Stop has a hard on for Hard 8.
Yes, he has a man crush on Hard 8.
Damn.
Like he wants to be Hard 8. He wants to be Hard 8, my nigga.
Fuck that. I just want to be myself.
Fuck being shit.
No,
Resurrection, what you gotta say?
No, I was just gonna say, man, the people that are on the podcast with him, to me, they just as bad because they should have. They probably scared to tell him you was wrong. You shouldn't have talked to her like that. I didn't hear any of them say that he was wrong.
I bet you none of them told him that.
Basically groupies. That's why. Like I said, because he feels empowered. You know what I mean? So they all follow him, just like how they all follow this.
I'm not an opportunist. That's just me. I've never been an opportunist, and it just seems like Somatic. He's definitely an opportunist. He got the nerve to say we don't have any creativity, and that's why we're coming at J-Tech, but. Nobody knew who he was. Nobody knew who he was.
I didn't even know who the hell he was.
That nigga sounds like a fucking robot in that video.
He subscribed to me before I even subscribed to him, knowing that he liked some of my Xbox One Bash videos. But as soon as Sony started getting the criticism, it's different now.
And you talk about
criticize Sony like you criticize Xbox.
And you talk about monotone and boring. That nigga Somatic. I was listening to some of his videos. I'm like, this is garbage. This is pure garbage. Pure D garbage.
I mean, it's a shame. I mean, he sits there and makes these comparison videos like Gears 4 versus Uncharted. First off, everything's an opinion. I personally like the Gears franchise a lot more. Well, I can't say. I would say I like Uncharted single player, and I like Gears multiplayer. I prefer it more, but that doesn't mean Uncharted's multiplayer is no pushover either. It's just as great as Gears of War's multiplayer. If anything, Uncharted 4 is a testament to that. You know? But go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, he's saying we don't have any creativity, but they make the same.
I just got
they make
carried away by an eagle in this game.
What you playing?
Strider.
Oh, Strider.
Yeah.
Nah,
that shit was fun.
They make the same videos every day, man. It's the same fanboy stuff, but yet we don't have any creativity. We don't have creativity.
Just to talk shit. Can't even give a legitimate explanation as to what they're trying to say. Xbox is this, PlayStation's this. You should avoid it at this risk. You should, man, acting like they know what's better for you. Like, you know what I mean?
Nigga,
like,
you know why the only reason I don't have an Xbox and I'm not gonna get one?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's because I'm planning on building a gaming rig. An actual gaming rig, not something that I
highly recommend you should. If you know what you're doing, I highly recommend you should.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna try that shit.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of tutorials on YouTube.
I recommend you should do that. You shouldn't do that. I'm Crap Gamer. Cut that out. Buy an Xbox. Buy one.
Nigga, I wish I ran into one of them Xbox dudes in real life.
Man, I wish I ran into
It'll be the last time they damage control.
Shit, I can see J-Tech walking around with one of his stupid ass t-shirts, the same one he got on his damn YouTube profile.
Yeah,
like, man, I'm proud. I'm proud of my little Sony t-shirt, bro.
They got man, that. Their damage control had no. I mean, it didn't even compare to J-Tech's damage control in the party chat. Not even close.
But they didn't even. But what they don't understand is that their damage controlling doesn't affect anybody. Like, motherfuckers can say whatever the hell they want to say about the Xbox One, Wii U, that it's failing. PS4 has no games but indie games. At the end of the day, motherfucker, I still got one. So you said the Wii U failed? I still have one, and I actually completely enjoyed more than the other two 8th generation consoles that I mentioned. PS4, y'all say it's nothing but an indie machine. I still got one, and I still enjoy games like Last of Us and a few others that I have to buy later in the future. Same thing with my Xbox One. Knowing that majority of their games are going to the PC, knowing that majority of you guys ain't going to get a PC to even play these games other than a few others, but I still enjoy it. And there's still good quality games coming out for the Xbox One. Quantum Break, Gears 4, Crackdown 3, you know. There's still good games coming out for it. So even if they're on other platforms, that doesn't take it away from me not for me to enjoy my console either way. You know what I mean? It doesn't, you know.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. Because I still have all three. I got best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Best of 3 worlds?
Yeah, I guess 3 universes. Shit.
Nigga, the only generation it was really worth owning all 3 consoles was when the PS2, GameCube, and the original
Xbox. You know, I can't say that. All right, well, yeah, all 3 consoles. I will say, all right, well, going back, like, this is like, I know I'm old school, guys. I don't want to beat you guys with this, but Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, and Neo Geo. I wanted those 3. And that's another 3, which I did have. Oh, let me see. NES, Sega Master System, and let me try to think. What was the 3rd one I would have loved? TurboGrafx was kind of more. Oh, that was 4 systems. So there was 4 systems I wanted around that generation. So I mean, it all depends. You know what I mean? Well, I'm just a gamer, guys. I mean, if I say that I wanted all 3 consoles, PS1, N64, and what was it? Sega Saturn. Well, that's another generation I would have loved all 3. So I can't really say. You know what I mean? Maybe for you, but man, every generation I've usually owned all the consoles. You know?
Yeah.
For me, you know, me personally.
I never owned all the consoles growing up.
Not at one generation.
Well, I owned a lot of consoles, but not like the major 3 or 2 that were out at the time.
At the same time. Yeah, see me, man, I'm such a gamer, bro. Like, I always wanted all 3, man, because there was always one system.
I couldn't afford that shit.
Yeah, it was expensive, but luckily my dad was a gamer. My dad loved games, so, you know, if your dad's a gamer, shit, you already know you're going to be fucking taking advantage on what he already has. I give gaming 2 more gens unless gamers wise up. Yeah, I agree, Rainbow. The gaming generation, in my opinion, is dwindling. I mean, there's a reason why GameStop is selling retro games now. I mean, I know what they're doing is kind of fucked up and they're a little overpriced, but it just shows that there's a market for that. There's a market for retro gaming. Like, when has GameStop ever been like, hey, we got 360s, PS3s, and also N64s? Never. It all started happening with the PS4, Xbox One, and the Wii U. I feel like people are getting tired of these consoles that we have. There's less creativity, less companies actually coming out with good games. Games being broken, companies saying, hey, I'd rather decide to fix it later. It's like, bro, really, there's a lot of nonsense going on. Season passes, monthly subscriptions that knowing that Xbox or PlayStation Network is going down relatively you know, soon and all that. It's like, man, are you serious? Like, come on, man, this is not even worth it. Hey, what
Yeah.
up, Sue? Yo, we just having a conversation. We just having a podcast. Well, what's up with you? All right, go ahead. You guys can continue.
No, that's all I got, man. I just had to
That's all.
I just
That's
had
all you
to
have to say.
yeah, I just want these dudes to stop the crap. So we'll probably when we post our podcast, we'll probably get 19 dislikes on each of them, just to let y'all know because
You think 19? I was thinking 21, but like, you
probably,
want to make
man,
a wager? Friendly wager?
it'll
No.
probably be 21 because it'll be
Yeah,
their two account. It'll be their two
you
accounts.
know, if JTech TV sees this video, he might up it up to 35.
He might, yeah,
He might, he
but
might, he might, he's probably already creating 10 new soccer accounts just in case.
yeah, he's probably one of the people watching on my stream. It's probably him already then disliked it twice. Uh,
Oh shit.
no,
You
but
guys want to talk about like what's going on with the PlayStation reality, virtual reality? I want to bring up some points with these, or y'all just
uh, sure. What's
could
up?
talk
What you
about
think about it?
Me personally, I think, all right, this is my opinion, and you guys can give your opinions right after. I still think it's a good thing. Like, I know people's like, man, I told people I wouldn't buy it for even $100. Like, people are not really getting my point. What I'm saying is that it's not really a main source of gaming for me. Yeah, it's a great novelty. Like the Wii was, like when it first came out with the Wii remote. And remember how you had your family, your friends, like, oh, look at that. Like, I'm just assuming, I'm not trying to sound like the Mooch right now. You know how the Mooch be doing that shit? But yeah, you know how people love it. Oh my God, look at the virtual reality on the PlayStation Oculus Rift or whatever thing that person purchased. Look at that. Hey, look at that, honey. Look at that, son. And then after 2 months, it's kind of like, man, I'm kind of bored of it. It's the same cinematic sequences. It's the same thing I've already. You know what I mean? It's kind of like it'll lose its novelty. I feel like it's kind of more of a fad, and I feel like that fad will eventually, get played out in a few months.
I wouldn't say it's
Well, go ahead.
necessarily. I wouldn't say it's necessarily a fad. You got to look at it. I think virtual reality is like an $80 billion market. So there's a lot of money. There's a lot of money to be made.
No, I believe.
And
I agree. That's why
if I'm not
I'm gonna say
mistaken,
this about it.
hold on a second. And not only that, VR, the PSVR, if I'm not mistaken, it's already sold out like more than once. So
I've
it's
heard
not
it
just
on
it's not
Amazon.
it's not just PlayStation people that are going to be buying it. It's actually
No,
not
buying
even
it.
just
It's gonna be
it's
like people that-
it's not even
Yeah,
just
it's the
gamers.
overall
It's not
thing.
even just gamers that are going to be buying it. I mean, the thing is going to have a lot of different capabilities that other than just gaming.
Yeah, I
So-
know, like playing the games. and
so-
stuff. Like I heard even porn. I even heard that.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
really.
real
So I
talk.
see.
It is. It's going
That's
to
what
be.
it's mainly gonna be used for.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it's gonna be used.
And
for
you
the
can
most.
actually you can just use the VR itself as a separate screen. Like you don't have to use your
Oh,
TV.
okay.
You can use it as like a separate screen. So and all of the
Magic
games
Knight, yo, that's a great game, bro. I love that game.
and all
a
of the
good game. I'm
games
proud.
are going to be compatible with it if I'm not mistaken.
Well, if that's what the PlayStation VR, if so, that'd be. If they could find some functionality with all the games that they've made, that'd be pretty awesome. If developers actually take advantage of that. You know, the pricing is actually pretty good when you compare it to what else is out at this moment.
Yeah, but you need to get so many other things though too.
Well, like the PlayStation Move and the
the
attachments,
move, the camera.
which thing would probably cost you I would say $50 to $80 or up, or depending if you bought them new or used. But I see what you're saying. But will it replace controller gaming? I think I doubt
No,
that.
it's
I think it'll be
You
good.
know what
I
I
think it'll be a
think
decent
about
thing
it,
on the
though?
side for people, but it's just not for me. It's just not for me. But I see where you guys coming from.
You want to know when it's gonna replace gaming, or
What?
when that's gonna become the norm? When they figure out how to make it the size of normal glasses or shades like Ray-Bans.
I think they've
'Cause
already
don't
done that.
nobody
I mean,
want to
it-
put
it
that
looks like
big
you
ass
buy-
box on their head all the time.
Well, I see.
Like
I
with-
see your point. Yeah, like that whole big thing. Because I mean, I used to play with the 3D glasses. I used to play this game called Shadow
When
Colossus.
you could like put it on and take it off, slide it like you do glasses and shit, your regular prescription glasses. That's when it's
Yeah,
really
man,
gonna
that
get
to me sounds
popular.
like a little. That to me sounds like that's too high tech.
Nigga,
That sound like the
I'd rather
Jetsons.
have it like that than that big ass box that you can't see shit.
I know, but also too, you have to plug it up to the console itself. Like with the PlayStation VR that I've heard, you have to actually plug it into the console. So there's gonna be a lot of wires going through and all that, and you got to make sure you have a setup with this. And you do need a PlayStation console or, you know, with the Oculus Rift, supposedly PC. It needs to be integrated with something else. It's just, I don't think it's going to replace console gaming. I mean, when it comes down to controller, because we haven't, what people don't understand, for Sony and all these other companies making these virtual reality machines, we haven't even, I would say, perfected controller gaming yet. There's still a lot of things that we can push when it comes down to video gaming hardware. The 8th generation is probably the least improved generation, in my opinion, out of all of them. In my opinion, it really does feel like that, you know. And I think that when it comes down to them putting more animations, I mean, I know we lost a lot of good developers over in slash publishers over the years. Probably that's the reason why we get, you know, crappier, unfinished, broken, you know, season pass type games. But that's no excuse, man. It's no excuse. And I know people's like, well, I'm always bringing up old school gaming. I always love old school gaming. It's nostalgic for me. It's not the case, man. I can think of hundreds of games for the N64 that I still cherish and love. As soon as you tell me, hey, how many good PS4 games, that I'll tell you, majority of them will be PS3 games. God of War 3, Last of Us, the Uncharted collection. I mean, Uncharted 4 is coming out. Bloodborne's a good one, so you got 2. Infamous, a good game, but it's short. Order 1866. I guess it's good when it comes down to gameplay, but like I said, that's relatively short. Heavy Rain is a PS3 game. Beyond Two Souls is a PS3 game. It's pretty underwhelming. And I'm not talking about PS4, because if we talk about the Xbox One, we got issues with Gears of War being a remaster, Devil May Cry is a remaster, Resident Evil is a remaster, Halo Master Chief Collection remaster. Forza has been the same game ever since the other one. I mean, other than the new sequels that come up, there's nothing that blows your fucking socks off. Out of all this is supposed to be that, though, right? When we say this, the virtual reality, it's supposed to be like, when you play it, it's going to be like, man, how you first seen the 360 and PS3 when it came out compared to the PS2 and the original Xbox. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. It's supposed to blow your socks off. It's supposed to be like something you never...
It's gonna do that shit for people who never gamed or none of that shit before.
The only thing that I want to play on VR is the rigs.
Which one?
The rigs game.
Rigs game. Now you're not talking about that big rigs fucking game. Like that game sucks.
No, rigs. It's called rig. The game is called rigs. It's like you're like this mechanical, the big mechanical thing, and you have to like jump through the hoops or whatever to score points. I don't know. They haven't shown too much on it, but that's the only game that actually looked pretty good to me.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, and I think that I don't think a lot of people. I think a lot of people are worried. I know the technology in it is, you know, like you said, it's a big market. This shit that we're talking about is very expensive. So when people say the PlayStation VR and all these other attachments slash peripherals are that expensive, there's a reason why. You know, this is very heavy technology, especially at this point in time. And what people got to realize is that this is why it costs more than your damn console. You know what I mean? I know there's a reason, but is there going to be a reason for gamers to go and get it? But you, like you said, it's been sold out on Amazon. It's been sold out in a few places. People are actually interested in this. You know, I don't know if it has something to do with controller gaming, if it has something like that's stagnated, or people just ain't playing games like they used to, so they just want to be like, man, let's try something new. You know what I mean? Kind of like how the Wii was. Hey, I don't like playing with a controller. Let's try the Wii remote. Let's try motion this time. You know what I mean? But we want to see how it's going to fall out after a few years or maybe even months, you know, with these machines.
I definitely won't get it on launch, but I'll probably wait till it drop a serious price drop. I don't have a problem waiting like 2 years, to be honest, because I'm not really.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm really not that.
It's not on my priority.
Yeah, I'm not that excited for it. So I mean, but I do want to play that rigs or at least try it out.
Exactly, I agree with you, and you know, and actually some people got offended when I was like, man, I'm waiting for a severe price drop, man. People call me an Xbox fanboy, and I'm like, man, it's not that I don't want it. It's just I get this, bro. Like if I was missing a console right now, I just get a console that I'm missing. I own all 3 consoles. You guys know this right now. I would just like, for example, if I was missing a PS4 or Xbox One, I just go get the opposite console for that price. I just don't feel like it's like people can say it's worth 400, but is it worth 400 for me? And it's not for me. Maybe at a cheaper price where people actually get used to it, I can hear people's opinions about it, but I still wouldn't pay $400 for. I wouldn't even pay 6, 7, 8 for all those other ones. That's a lot of money. I can go buy me 7, 6 games with that motherfucker. for what I'm paying for this damn machine, for this damn attachment, knowing that do I have to buy games for it too, right? Like specific games, or do you actually utilize the games that you have for the PS4?
I think you could play the games you got, but there would be like no added functionalities.
Like I said, it's compatible.
Unless the developers actually choose to like utilize it, right? Kind of
They
like
they just said it's compatible with every game.
That, though?
So it is compatible with every game.
They said it's going to be compatible with every game that's already out. I don't know what that means. I mean, I'm assuming you're just going to be able to. I'm assuming you're just going to be able to use the VR for a screen.
Them, but it's not gonna...
I see what Resurrection's talking about. But Resurrection, let me throw a point at you real quick. Because I have a Wii U, right? Shit, hold on. I have a Wii U. No, it said rest mode. I'm like, oh shit, I don't want it shutting down on me. But I have a Wii U, and you know the gamepad, right? Remember how it's functionality has things you can do on it. Developers didn't take advantage of it. You see what I'm saying? They just said, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with that controller. Some of them even didn't want to develop games for the Wii U just because of that controller alone. But luckily, it doesn't matter because, like you said, the VR takes advantage of the games that are already out compared to the Wii U, which they're trying to take advantage of the controller for the games that they're coming out. But I know this sounds a little awkward, right? It sounds a little weird. But I'm saying is that with the VR, what functionalities? Because I remember with 3D glasses, a lot of people don't remember. There were some games that really utilized it, like Shadow Colossus, Killzone, where they really like, yo, when you see that, the bullets came at you. When you play Shadow, if you guys play Shadow Colossus in 3D, it looks amazing. It makes the game scary.
I never played that game. I gotta play that.
Dude, Shadow Colossus, I'm telling you right now, bro. If you get that game on PS3 and play it on a 3D TV, it will wow you. You will think that's virtual reality because I really felt that I was really part of this game, stabbing these boss battles.
They need to make a remaster of that game.
That's actually. Oh, you know what? I can highly recommend that. In my opinion, I would actually like to see I would actually like to see a complete remake to that game. Not just an upscale graphics. I'm talking about an actual remake of some of the same elements of the game and improve it upon with the PS4's hardware. Yo, we're talking about greatness. If that's what people saying greatness awaits, well, there you go. That's greatness right there. That's all I gotta say. But with the VR, like what I'm saying, some games might be minor, like you feel what I'm saying, Resurrection, and some games might be, they really, really utilize this machine.
Well, I think, to be honest, I think most of them are going to be minor on launch when it launches. I don't think there's going to be really anything that's that great. That's my opinion, though. But I mean, I don't think there's going to be anything.
So we have to wait and see anyway. So we have to exactly.
Yeah, it's going to be they will make some good stuff eventually, but I don't think it's going to be worth getting on launch day.
I agree, because there's
I'll be getting it.
To choose from, but I feel I want to definitely get it too. When it definitely drops. I mean, a lot of people are like, man, I don't want it. I don't like. I'm saying like I'm disregarding it just because it's a Sony product. No, it interests me. Don't get it twisted, people. It's just something that we don't want to pay $400 for. And and if you're calling me an Xbox, I don't even want the Oculus Rift. I don't want that shit either. So I'm not a fanboy. It's just the reality. Shit is expensive. It's very expensive, and people are not gonna really pay that much money for a peripheral. That's a lot of money. Knowing that we don't know if it's gonna be supported or not. I mean, we could say that they're gonna make games. We don't know what type of games. We don't know what they're gonna bring to us. You know what I mean? We don't know how they're gonna use it. Like I said, some developers might use it good. Some developers might say, "Hey, we
Firewatch will be good on that shit."
Hey, bro.
I think so too.
Like
I think so too.
But I'm not interested in those.
What's up, bro?
So, one of my guys named Josh Smith. He said you talk a lot. LOL.
I apologize.
No, you good? No, you good? I think he being funny.
Oh, he's being funny. Yeah, a lot of people say that.
No, but
he ain't the only one.
No, y'all need to go ahead and try. I'm gonna try. I think I'm gonna try Firewatch again though, to see if it's any better. It was alright. It was a pretty good game.
They've actually improved it after the update. I heard there was actually an update that they actually used for that game.
Well, it should have been. It should have been right when it came out. Come on now. It should. They could have waited. They could have waited 2 weeks and came up with a patch before they put it out. Cause I put it down for a while because it was so bad.
Damn. I think I remember seeing one of your videos talking about it too.
Yeah.
Talking about it. And how unplayable it was at that time. And that's another thing. Like, why do companies feel that they have to rush games out? You know what I mean? I think because they don't have any good games in between. I mean, and this is what makes the generation of me like so pissed off. I mean, people be like, man, why y'all complaining? The games are coming out. They are good games coming out. I'm not gonna sit there and say that they're not, but it takes a long fucking time for them to actually come out. Naughty Dog, great. You see, the problem is we have a lot of good companies out there, but we don't have gaming companies that come out with games a lot. You know why? Because Capcom, Sega, and Konami used to do that type of shit back in the days. We have to worry about 2K. Oh Lord. EA,
I'll tell
oh
you.
my God,
I'll tell you why they
Right.
rush games out. And I'm finna hit you with something. I'm finna hit you with something profound.
All right, here we go.
Something
Here we go.
It's finna be profound. You know why
Oh shit,
they
I'm
rush
fighting 2 bad bitches right now.
you know why they rush games out, man? Because we buy them.
That's true. No,
That's
you're right.
why.
It's simple to the point. That's simple. That's straight to the point.
If we
Straight to the
stop
point.
if we stop buying these rushed games and these unfinished games, then they would
They'll
actually
start making
start
them like this.
they would actually start putting work in. That's just how it
Well,
is.
you're right, because we're the reason. I want to let people know, because Microsoft, I always felt this way, because I got to tell people, when I was playing on PS3, and I had a lot of gamers out there, this is like a huge accusation, but I just want to let you guys know if you think there's some truth in it. You know how, like, with the PS3, how they had PlayStation Plus, right? It used to be Core. I had Core, but now it was like Core, it was Core. It was like a subscription thing they had to get exclusive beta, like you get in the betas early and all that, which is now PlayStation Plus. But what I'm saying is that, do you think that the reason why that we're paying online for PlayStation 4 is because of people buying a free service, which was already on the PS3, for $50, knowing that they give you the same service now? Think about it, because maybe I'm just saying, I'm not saying this is a huge accusation. I'm not saying none of this is 100% factual or true. What I'm saying is that gamers out there, like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you remember that point you made that we're the reason why we did this? We're the reason. Remember how Sony was like, hold on, $50 for a monthly subscription for something they have free. Think about it. You can play online on the PS3 for free, but let's come up with a $50 thing.
Well, yeah, they knew we would pay for it.
See what I'm saying?
They knew that we would pay
guess
for it.
what? And guess what? And you know why? And at the end of the day, when Sony seen that, they're like, hold on, hey, Billy, whatever the dude's name is. Hey, people are paying $50 for something they got free, just knowing that we give them 2 free games, discounts on the store.
2 whack-ass games at that.
Yeah, I know. Well, now they are. PS3 has some pretty good ones. But and discounts off games. Hey, Billy, I mean, people already buying it on PS3, so I don't think they'll make a big deal when it's on PS4. Do you think? Like mandatory? Yeah, I think you're right. I think we should use that with our whole online service. Like, you get what I'm saying? Because us gamers, we supported it. I didn't support it, but you get what I mean? Like, we are the ones that gave these companies the idea, like, hey, maybe it's fun. I mean, it all worked in Sony's favor because they needed it, but you get what I mean. Like, we as gamers gave them the idea, like, with the whole unfinished games and shit. Because it's funny how Sony can't, Rainbow's like, damn, yep. That's how he feels too. That's listening logically about it. What would you have to say?
Well, really what it is too is we got introduced to the fucking internet and being able to fucking patch shit and all that.
Mm-hmm. But what do you mean, like patch?
Yeah, like, that now they could actually patch games instead of fucking finishing them in the fucking first place.
Well, I think the reason why they release games, one, they want to release a game before another popular game comes out. I remember there was one game which they delayed completely because of Call of Duty was in November. They're like, nope, delay it, because we know our game ain't gonna sell that on that day. So a lot of game companies do that. So it gives them a lot more time to even complete their game. So it's.
No, I agree, Wavy though. Like, because back in the day when they put out a game, that was what you got. It was a done deal. It wasn't no patching games. Now it's just like we'll finish it later.
Oh, I see your point. I see what y'all saying. Y'all trying to say, like, because of this whole internet, because of this whole online service shit, that companies can come out with games and be like, yep, we'll patch it later.
That's what happened with Street Fighter.
But back in the days, you couldn't do that. You couldn't. I see what you're saying. Like, I got you.
And another thing that pisses me off about Street Fighter, the March update is coming out the last 2 days of March. So it's really April update, April Fool's update.
So what they should do, these motherfuckers should do, is give you twice the content. They should give you the content you missed out on March.
They're just gonna let us play as Alex for free for like 2 days or some shit, and then we can buy him if we want to.
What? Hold on, what do you mean buy him? What the fuck is what?
You gotta buy the new characters.
All of them?
Hold on, what you mean? Not all of them.
The new ones, yeah. Alex is a new one.
What do you mean, like season pass characters type shit?
Yeah, there's just a season pass out for $25.
This is oh my lord. Listen, what I'm saying, like, listen. I don't understand how a game wants to add characters to a game. That should be part of the new game. Like when you bought, like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you bought Mortal Kombat 1 and you played Mortal Kombat 2. This one had 8 characters. The other one increased them to 16. Mortal Kombat 3, they even had more of a selection. You get what I'm saying? It wasn't less. It wasn't like, here you go, you got this amount. We're gonna update a few others, and here you gotta pay for these new ones that we come. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is this shit? Like, what the fuck? I don't know, man. It just feels like every sequel you should add more characters if you can. You know what I mean?
No, it's true, but I mean,
you know,
but games in general just come out now that aren't finished. I mean, the one that still puts a bad taste in my mouth is Killzone Shadowfall, the worst single player I have played this generation. It was horrible.
Yeah, I don't like the single player.
I was playing that shit the other days, and I didn't even know what the fuck I was doing.
It's horrible,
it takes
man.
like a whole hour before you get a gun.
Oh yeah, and by the way, let me mention this. J-Tech was talking about how he made this video. Him and Somatic made a video saying how Quantum Break was only going to be 720p instead of 1080p.
Yeah, I've heard about this. Yeah.
But if I'm not mistaken, Killzone Shadowfall actually doesn't run at a native 1080p because they didn't make a video about this when Killzone came out, because I went back and I looked, but they did
your research.
They did the exact same thing that Quantum Break developers are doing. They're using some type of they're stacking like resolution on top of each other that equals 1080p. So it's not even native 1080p. Killzone wasn't even native 1080p.
But you know what I'm saying? But Killzone was still a beautiful game.
Still
you
beautiful.
What I mean? Like
it was still, yeah, and it was
beautiful. Regardless
still look
of what
good.
People say, like, regardless of the resolution. And
that's
what people don't understand. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, and that's what I'm saying. Like they reporting this like, and they laughing about it. I'm like, how does this help you? how does this help your argument?
It doesn't even matter. It's not like they were buying an Xbox One to play Quantum Break anyway, or even having a PC to get it.
Exactly.
So why does it even matter? So if anything, if you're gonna be a fanboy, worry about your own damn console.
Yeah.
You got like Obi-Wan, this black dude, man. He's the biggest Nintendo fanboy there is. But let me tell you something. All he does is worry
Obi-Wan
about
saves.
Yes, all right. I know this is a bad guy to mention because he flags videos and such, but I'm saying by him being he's terrible. But him being a fanboy, he defends only Nintendo. You get what I mean? He's not like worrying about what Sony or Microsoft. He's like, well, I'm worried about Nintendo.
Yeah, Josh Smith, the single player isn't native 1080p, but it is 1080p. It's just not native 1080p. And the multiplayer I think is 900 p 60 frames. But no, the single player is 1080.
If you ask me though, I'll take 900p 60 frames over everything for any game.
Me too. I don't even care. I don't even care about the resolution.
What people don't understand about resolution, let me give you guys a good example, because resolution can mean a lot of things. It can mean like upscaled graphics or whatever like that. But do you know, in some circumstances, having a higher resolution can make your game look ugly? I'm not saying it does for PS4 games, because obviously they look better. But what I'm saying, when you have blemishes, that means you can see flatter walls. There was one, I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying. There's one game that I remember playing a long time ago. It was on the 360 PS3, I think. I don't even remember the name, but I remember it said it would you could set up to 1080p in 720. I had a 1080p TV. I set it up to 1080p, right? Guess what? I was seeing flatter textures. The 720p was better because it hid those. Like, you didn't see it. Like, visibly, you couldn't see them. But when you put it to 1080p, it made it virtually clear. Like, hold on, what? The fuck? This wall looked like an N64 game. Like, you sitting there looking at it like, whoa, what the fuck? But when you put it in 720, it looked better. I don't know if I'm making sense right now.
It's like I played Final Fantasy VII
you know what I mean?
on
like,
HD TV,
like,
and I had to go back to the old TV.
No, like... No, I know what you mean. You said you went back to the older team. What I'm saying is that...
Yeah, because I played it, and you actually seen, like, since it was in 1080p, You saw how
It made it look
blocky and all
worse.
the textures and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah, it did.
Thank you. That's what exactly, and that's what I try to explain to people with the Nintendo 64. That's exactly what they did when people are like, hey, why they got that Vaseline look on the screen? That's to hide certain textures, so you can't see the bad. You get what I mean? So they don't show you that. Oh man, that game really does look ugly. You know what I mean? That part, you know. So it hides those things. You know, it all depends. Like I'm saying, you know, that's why most of the simple games on Nintendo look perfectly fine. That's why they're fine in 1080p. But mostly next gen games here, you know. On 1080p, some of them look reasonably well. Mostly the fighters though, they look clear as shit. Clear as shit.
Yeah. Man, so
what do you guys?
What were you saying?
What's up? What do you guys think about the Xbox One? I would say I think I do feel it's underpowered because I do feel that even though
both of these consoles are.
Yeah, they both are underpowered. But I do feel that the Xbox One is a lot more underpowered. I mean, it doesn't make a difference. I'm not saying it does, but it is a little disappointing.
You could record better gameplay on the Xbox One if you know how to, because my boy had some Killer Instinct gameplay, and that shit looks way better than anything that my PS4 can handle by itself.
Well, you know why? That's because of the cloud storage. Like, I was actually explaining Resurrection, because one day he was like, man, I'm trying to find, like, remember you talking, I'm trying to delete these fucking videos. On Xbox, you can keep unlimited storage on the cloud. You see what I'm saying? So when you're recording, it's unlimited. You feel me? It's like, you can only upload a certain amount, which is stupid as shit, yet you can have an unlimited storage of it. You know what I mean? Like cloud, and you'd be like, oh shit, this was like from 30 days ago, and you could just get it back, you know? For a PlayStation, it goes in your hard drive space, which is kind of stupid in my opinion. I don't like that, but that's why I don't record. That's why when you guys...
to hit on that point, no, they both are very underpowered. I probably would have cared like a couple years ago. Now I just don't even really care.
At this point, yeah.
I just want them to put out some good games. That's it. I don't even care.
I think that argument is completely irrelevant. I think you're right. At this point, these systems are underpowered. But both of them, even one might be more powerful than the other.
Speaking about that, you know, there's a PS 4.5 coming out, or a PS 4K.
Oh yeah, I've heard about this. Did you hear about this, Rez?
Yeah, but I'm thinking it's just gonna be a slim with 4K playback for like DVDs or Netflix and all that stuff.
Some people,
man, I wish they make it so that you could actually choose to play your games at 60 frames. If they add that shit, I'm gonna get one.
Bro, they need to do that. They need to do that to where we can change our settings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, these shits are trying to be wannabe PCs. So if you want to act like a wannabe PC, we'll do it all the way, motherfucker. You know what I mean? Like, be like, man, I want my game running at 720. I don't want the developer to choose what I want to run my game at. He says this game runs at 1080p, but in 30. Motherfucker, I want mine for 720, 60. And let me be able to fix that for my own console configuration. You know what I mean? That would be kind of cool. They could be able to fix it for my own console configuration. You know, set it up at like 720p in 60 frames. You know, give the gamer their choice, because these are, at the end of the day, like for PC gamers out there, they do have a valid point, because they work their machine the way they want it to work. You feel me? If they want it to work a certain way, they choose it. And since these are going to be wannabe PCs, which they are, hey, might as well go all the way, baby. You know what I mean? Give people options, because that's what you're trying to do. That's what basically these consoles are turning into.
True.
Just low budget versions of PCs, you know. But what you guys got to say?
No, I think they should actually start looking into doing that, to where we can change. I mean, just like PC can, you can change your field of view, your shadows,
you
all
do it
that
on
stuff.
Infamous First Light.
You can do it on
and on The Last of Us.
I know Last
of Us. You choose whether you want 60 frames or not, and on First Light, I know you can, because I did it.
But see, the problem is with Last of Us, it doesn't make a difference. It's like.
It does though.
It does it? No, what I'm saying, like, no. What I'm saying is that, like, you choosing to choose between 30 frames doesn't make the game look better. It's like, why would you add something?
Actually, it does. I mean? Like, actually, it does. It has an option on there. It says to increase like your shadows and stuff, and I think your lighting. Really? Yeah. If you do that, then it'll lock it. It'll lock it at 30 frames. If not, then it'll just keep it, the way it was.
Look better.
Yeah, it does. It increases the.
Okay. I always kept it at 60 because I always like the smoother gameplay. But yeah, I didn't know it really had like a Like I know it has differences, but like I thought people were just downgrading themselves just to downgrade. Like, hey, play the same
No,
looking graphics.
no,
Like, you
it
know what I
actually
mean? Oh, that's good.
increases the shadows and I think maybe the texture quality
Oh,
here and there or something. But
oh, that's what I'm
I
saying.
don't
That's what
care.
we
My
want.
thing is I
Yeah,
want
I
the
feel you.
60 frames.
That's what we choose.
I don't care about the graphics. I want 60. I
I
want a
agree.
good performance. Give me good performance and I'm cool with that.
I
That's
agree.
my thing.
I agree. But give gamers the choice, because if gamers want to be graphics whores out there, let them. You know what I mean? Like how you said with Last of Us, let them be able to decrease and increase what they want to. That's good. Maybe they should. Most developers should wise up to that
But
idea. That would be interesting.
it's like this generation they're more concerned about stuff looking pretty and nobody's making games that actually I mean they don't make any
Play
good
good.
stories.
Wow
There's not
us.
any good story games out.
I mean, is it Until Dawn a good story game?
Yeah,
I
I
mean, I
mean
hear a lot
yeah,
of.
it's okay. It's not really a it's not a story that's going to blow you away
Hell no.
though. You know what I'm
It's just
saying?
like a choice, like a
Yeah.
choice in the matter type
Yawn
game.
is trash.
You
He
seen
said Until Dawn.
but have you played it though?
Yes, I got the platinum on that shit, nigga.
So
Damn,
you
really?
thought the story was trash?
Yeah.
I thought it was
needed to get
I
my
thought it was
money
like a
for
B
it,
horror.
so I
I
got
thought it was like a B horror film. I didn't think it was trash. I just thought it was
horror
cheesy.
It was trash, my nigga. You wanna know why I'm saying it was trash?
Why?
It is my opinion. Because there were two characters that you could not get killed no matter what you did.
That
They
is
only
not
had
true,
one way
bro.
to
I don't know
die.
why you keep saying
Yes,
that.
it is.
That
Yes,
everybody
it is.
everybody can die on that story. Everybody could die.
Yeah, but those two characters can only die in one circumstance. There's no other way to get them killed, even if you try to get them killed some other
Okay,
way. That's what I'm
cause
saying. They
I was
only
thinking
die in the cabin.
I thought okay, I
Can't
was
kill
thinking
them
you
no
were
way
saying
before that.
I was thinking you were saying because the last time I talked to you, you were saying that they couldn't die at all. So you're saying because they can only die in one certain area, that's
He's
why
trying
you
to
didn't
probably
like.
talk about one scene. Yeah, like I see what he
Yeah,
means.
they
Okay.
can only die. Even if you run them into the Wendigos on purpose, they survive. And like it shouldn't be like that.
I see what you. So he's trying to say, even if you choose to kill your character, which you're choosing bad options for, they should die
So-
just like how the other characters die. For
So
choosing bad options.
so you saying so say that they could die any type of way. Would that change your opinion about the game?
Yeah, if they had more ways to die, like early in the story. Like that would change my opinion a little bit more, because then it would be actual multiple endings. But the ending of that game is either those two guys or that guy and that girl die alone together.
Spoilers
in the
alert, guys.
cabin.
Spoilers.
Okay, I see what
Go
you
ahead,
mean.
If you haven't played the game by now,
But to
No,
me,
but
to me, I mean, I thought it was I thought it was a good story. I mean, other than the gameplay.
when you first played it, did anybody die when you played it the first
Yeah,
time?
yeah. When I first played it, I think I had 3 people live. It was the main
When
girl.
I first played it, they all survived.
Yeah, when
Damn.
I first played
he
it,
was lucky.
when I first played it, I had all of them died
I
except.
actually wanted to kill that Emily bitch. She still survived. I didn't like her.
He trying to kill the whole roster, and he's like, "Man, it ain't working. What the fuck am I doing? I'm trying to kill him, and it ain't."
I'm gonna play through it again though because for one I want to get the platinum. 2 I want to try to kill all of them, and then
Yeah.
and then I want them to all live too.
You know what? One game that did what that game did and did it much better was a game called D. If anybody remembers playing
Called what
D,
now?
Back in the D, it was just called D.
I had
Her name
that
was
game.
Laura. It was like for the PlayStation 1 and Sega Saturn. Her name was Laura. She had blonde hair. She was a white woman. It was a good game. Like it was really
That game was
interactive.
creepy as fuck.
It was creepy as shit, and you had a lot of choices. Like when you pulled cabinets, you actually pulled in to look through puzzles and figure out shit on your own. And sometimes I think in some circumstances, the same part that you played in would change. It was a good game, like D. Like it's similar to the whole cinematic type of experience you would get from Until Dawn, but has more gameplay. Another game that's similar to that is Enemy Zero, another fun game from my Sega Saturn. Which is very expensive. I mean, if you want to buy it for like $80 to $100, depending on condition, it's a good game. But yo, those are good games when it comes to interactive type. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the interactive type gameplay. like how y'all like. Or Siberia was another one. Sorry.
Have y'all played Beyond Two Souls yet?
I haven't played that, but I played Heavy Rain.
Yeah, Beyond Two Souls is a good
Heavy
one.
Rain was boring too.
I liked it, Heavy Rain, in some ways.
I even found LA Noire boring.
Well, the reason why LA Noire is boring because especially for a Rockstar game, they don't really give you much variety and choice. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? As being the detective, which was kind of awkward. Like, you know what I mean? If this is Rockstar, Rockstar of all people make open world games, freedom, and
man, I'll tell you what I'm ready for is that Mafia game to come out.
I can't wait for Mafia. I just hope they don't screw it up.
That looks dope, man.
Yeah,
I can't wait for Mafia. It was a good game.
It was a good game.
They got a black dude. They got a black dude in this next one, bro.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's a black guy.
He's half black though.
It comes out in May, I think. Yeah, May.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I did like the first Mafia, in my opinion, was one of my favorites, man. I remember enjoying that game deeply, especially knowing that you actually had to go to the gas station to get gas. I mean, everybody was like, "Oh, that's so cool! That's cool!" Not like Grand Theft Auto where you don't run out of gas, but in this one you actually have to fill your tank. Like, man, bro, me and my cousin and my brother, we flipped out when we seen that shit. That one part made us flip out. I'm like, what? You know, we always thought that was so cool. You know. But I got another thing though. All right, here's another thing. I got a good example. So do you guys feel, all right, that owning an Xbox One is a bad thing?
Come on, man.
If you enjoy it, no. If
I'm being stupid right now. I'm sorry.
If you in the PlayStation Legion, then it is a bad thing, and you will be removed.
It's a terrible
That is
thing.
true. I know it is, man. I agree, bro. That big ass black VCR, man, it just pains me, man.
Wavy, you said it's a terrible thing.
I'm messing with y'all.
Wavy.
Rainbow said yes. Rainbow said yes, man. What are you saying, Rainbow? He's saying it is a terrible game system that I have. The Xbox. See, the only thing that fucks up the Microsoft Xbox One is that they make bad decisions, man. I really do. They think they have a lot of, let's say, potential. They like Nintendo, in my opinion. They have a lot of potential. Just imagine if Microsoft decided to relive and bring back Conquerors, or they have Rare, like bring back Killer Instinct, which they did, and you can make good money out of this shit. You can make a good console out of these games, but nope, you don't do shit with Conquerors. You milk Halo, even though I love Gears. You come up with Gears. It's like, like Microsoft, you're better than this. Even Sony, I could say the same thing. Sony, you're better than what you're doing. Nintendo, you are way better than what you're doing right now. It's just like I said, this whole 8th generation is underwhelming, you know, in all regards. So complaints could be made by every single one of them, you know.
Yeah, they could do better. Overall, I'm having fun though. Like some of this stuff there's some good games out, man.
Only if you bought it in the beginning. Yeah, I agree, man. Hell yeah. Oh yeah. When you bought the Xbox One in the beginning, yeah, I agree completely. It was trash. Yeah, I feel you. In the beginning, it was. I actually agree with you 100%. For $500, knowing that it was underpowered with DRM, them spying on you, I agree 100%. That's actually, and that's what's funny about it, because a lot of people are like, man, why is the PS4 completely outselling the Xbox One? There's a lot of reasons why. The Xbox One was not an appealing system. We're talking about $500 for a console, which is underpowered. I know people are like, well, but yeah, you gotta have a market. You gotta be like, man, we gotta be cheaper than the competition. The PS4, they didn't think. The Xbox One, it was just like they just threw it out there thinking, well, hey, we're gonna sell far.
They were, you know, they weren't thinking about gamers when they made the Xbox One. And when they announced it, right, they were trying to have this multimedia box that could do all these things and Skype, and you can plug it into your cable box, and nobody cared about that. People I mean, people have laptops and other stuff. People just want to play games, and I think that I
agree with you.
And look, they gave up a whole core or a whole, I can't remember what they did. They gave up a whole bunch of power to their operating system. And that was one of the things that kind of, that was one of the things that kind of made it weaker than PlayStation. But I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. The sales, the hardware sales, probably have been more. Like for example, if the Xbox One released at this price, and you know which is more appealing now, and the way they're doing things, the sales will be closer. You know what I mean? It's just Microsoft shot themselves in the foot when they came out and launched with with that console. You know, that's why and that's why people don't understand, man. I had boys that, you know, are hardcore Xbox supporters that went to PlayStation, man, just because of that damn Kinect. They would tell you, man, it's so bad, Resurrection, I'm being serious. It's so bad that when I went to my boy's house and he had a Kinect on, he's like, bro, I was like, why you got a towel over that shit? He's like, yo, that shit be spying, my dude.
Oh,
Dude, this nigga put a towel over his shit? He's like, yo, I was like, you can't turn it on without that bitch? Nah, I can't have it on if I take out the camera. I'm like, what? He's like, nigga, but I can still put a camera over there. He had that shit duct taped around and shit.
That's funny, bro.
I'm telling you, niggas was scared to buy that shit. That's why the Xbox One's so bad. Shit.
That's crazy.
God damn. And at that time, I didn't want one. The only time I got one was when they came up with the Gears and, you know, Connectless and all that. And I'm like, oh, this is appealing now for me, so I got one. You know,
right.
It's a console for what it is now. But all right, let me ask you guys this, since we're on PlayStation right now. What things do you think that Sony could do to better the PlayStation now?
You said what now?
I'm sorry, I'll repeat it. What things that you think Sony could do as of now to improve upon the PlayStation brand? Or the, you know, PlayStation 4?
That's a lot of things they could do. For one thing, they don't have as many good features as Xbox does. That's just my opinion.
I agree, yeah. Accessibility.
Yeah, Xbox has better features. Okay, we still can't change our name on PSN. I don't
agree,
understand
that would be awesome too, Rainbow.
I don't understand that. PlayStation Now, there should be backwards compatibility. They need to make either need to make PlayStation Now free, which they're not gonna do, or they need to they need to drop the price to like $4.99 a month. Because nobody's buying.
I get what you're saying. Make it a cheaper price. And you know what's funny? That can compete with the Xbox One. In my opinion, it would destroy the Xbox One's compatibility.
Well, the only bad thing.
PlayStation Now is free.
The only bad thing about it is that you have to be.
I'm on the PS4,
you have to have internet. That's the only bad thing. But
oh, okay.
I still think it's a good service because you get a lot for what you pay for. You get over. I mean, there's almost 400 games on there, and they're good games. So it's not like it's not like they're just giving you a bunch of indies. They're giving you they're giving you
some great games.
Yeah, they are. They really are.
And it's funny because the only thing that the people that are going to suffer, just for the ones that don't play online, which is very unlikely. I think a lot of gamers right now that own PS4s and Xboxes play online. 2, people that have slow internet, which there's a lot of gamers out there that probably can't really take advantage of the. I think, didn't you say, Jesh, that you can't take advantage because of slow internet or whatever? There's a lot of gamers like that with download speeds.
Take advantage of what?
Like the PlayStation Now, where you have to like have good internet all the time.
Oh yeah, I can't use that shit. I can't even share play with people.
That's what I'm saying. So if you can't share play, obviously you won't be able to use. I mean, you could use PS Now, but it would just be worthless to you. 3, the subscription fee is too damn expensive. You know what I mean? And in my opinion, a better investment is buying a PS3 and then buying the game for the PS3, if that's what you're doing. For that, in that way, regard. No, hold on, let me read these comments. No, as a mean question. Rainbow said PSN can die. I mean, PS Now is not a bad service. It's just overpriced. It's really
way overpriced.
I mean, you can buy a PS3 for $100. Probably at a man. You could probably buy one cheaper at a freaking we'll just say 100. You know, reasonable price for it. And controller. You probably even a few games with it, and you could buy some of the games that they even have on PS Now for like $2 or $3. You know what I mean? You could buy them cheap as shit.
It's a good. I can speak for it because I have PlayStation Now, so I can speak for. It is it is a very good service. The games run better than they. From what I've heard, they run a lot better than the backwards compatible games. Yeah, than the Xbox One. So the games run good. The service is good. It's just overpriced. That's the only problem.
I agree. So how much is it for a year?
Well, I got it when it was on sale. Okay, I got it for $96 for a year. So I spent.
Sale.
Yeah.
You got ripped off. Bro.
So I spent. But it was basically 5 years, though. Yeah, it was basically
5 years.
No, for 1 year. No, for 1 year.
Oh no, that's expensive.
But that's like the same. That's the same price for Netflix.
A PlayStation 3.
So they're doing like $20 a month, dude.
Netflix they take out like $10 a month from my bank account.
Yeah, they do that. They do that same for me too.
That's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying though. That's what Sony should do. They should do it to where you don't. They should do it to. They should do it at that price. Is what I'm saying. $8 is even reasonable. Right now they're doing $20 a month, dude. $20 a month.
That's a lot of fucking money. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's yeah. And you said you got yours on deal for $96.
I got mine for $96 for the whole year. So I spent
that
$8.
Ain't no damn deal.
It is though. It
no,
is.
It's a deal. I'm not saying it's not. I'm not saying it's not a deal. I know it's a deal compared to how much you would originally pay for.
Yeah, I'm not saying
like,
it's a good deal.
You know,
I'm not saying it's a good deal, but it was a better deal than what they were offering, and I wanted to try it out to see how good it was.
What's what it's all about. And let me ask you this, because I will say, because I know you have it. I don't know if you tried it. Can you live stream games while using the PlayStation?
No, you cannot. You cannot, and that's a big. That's another thing that they need to change. Because I tried to do it. I tried to do it. Of course, you can use your regular software that you use with your capture card if you have one, and you can record that way. And you can live stream through that way, but natively through the console itself, no, you can't.
Console itself?
You can't.
You know why? I'm gonna give you probably a good example, and you probably know yourself. The only reason why is because you're already streaming the game through the network. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Then you're gonna be having the network. You know what I mean? That's just like two things going at one time.
Yeah, I don't think they can.
The game. I don't think it'll be possible.
Yeah, I don't know if they. I don't know if they could multitask that. Yeah.
PS Now is a test to get gamers to use the stream-based gaming. That's what Rainbow. I've actually got to do commenting right now. I mean, we think PS Now is a good service. I'm not saying it's just overpriced, because at my opinion, I got a PS3, but I'm saying I'd rather buy a PS3 and play the games there for cheap price. And it has free online too. So, well, the PS Now. Can you play the PS Now? All right, let me ask you this: can you play the PS Now games online like you do on the PS3?
Yes.
Oh, you can do that.
Yeah, you can,
because free though.
Yeah, it's for free. I mean, it's for free. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Oh, because they just because they're PS3 games. Okay.
Right.
Just
like
you guys know, because I know you guys haven't tried it.
Like a while ago, I was playing Killzone 2, I think, on there, and people were actually still playing on there. So yeah, you can still play online.
Oh, that's
yeah.
Cool. All right, and let me ask you this too. With PlayStation, for PlayStation Plus, because you know I'm relatively new to PlayStation. But can PlayStation Plus, if you have a membership on one account, can you also go on other accounts to play online?
Say that again.
Or you have to be on that. Okay. What I'm saying is, if you have PlayStation Plus on one account, can you, on that one account that's linked to your console, can you go on another account that doesn't have membership and play online on that one?
I don't know. No. I haven't tried that.
Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, you haven't tried it. Okay. But if any game out there, I'm going to let you guys know the Xbox One, this is a good feature because a lot of people don't know this. If you have an account that has membership on it, all you need is one account. You can access all the accounts, even if they have no gold on it, and play with any of them. You see what I'm saying? It's pretty cool. I like that. It's even cool when you have like no membership on this one, and you can still play online on that 360 with the gold. It's a pretty cool thing, you know, if you really work with it like that. But yeah, like you just need the membership, like all you need. Like you can use any account. It can have silver, no membership, as long as that account's on that system. No matter what name you're using, you have membership. I think Sony should do that because you know some people don't want to use. Hey, get all, you know. So I have people that come on my account. I don't want people on my account all the time. So it's good to make another account for them so they can play on their own shit. You get what I mean? Like, you know, guest type of shit.
Yeah.
You know? Because some people are like, I don't want you fucking on my kill death ratio, you know? Don't go on that game. Go on this account.
You can't do that though, bro.
You know, so you can't, what do you mean? You can't do that on...
You can't do it. You're going to have to pay for another freaking subscription.
So hopefully... Okay, can you actually... Because I was actually trying. All right, let me ask you this, Jess. Can you actually turn your profile offline? Because I don't know. Because I've been trying to do that shit, and I can't.
No.
What you mean?
Yet.
You can't even. No, you can't appear offline.
Really?
Exactly. That's the thing that people been asking for, and we still can't do it.
That's the littlest shit.
Exactly.
That's the littlest shit. What the fuck?
I told you there's so many. Man. There's so many features that the PlayStation had that the PS4 don't have, and. Xbox has.
I'm just confused. I'm like, God damn. I'm like, what the fuck? I would assume, you know. But
and this is all the stuff. It's not a this is stuff deal. That you could do, and this is stuff that you could do on the PlayStation 3. It's crazy.
I know, right? I remember you can switch it to away. That is true.
Yeah. I don't understand it. I don't understand it at all, man.
Me either. But it's not really a big deal. But I feel because there's sometimes where you're probably playing a game or somebody else is on your account. I'm assuming, and you just want to be like, man, like put like I used to do this on PS3 all the time. Put my comment on that yellow symbol and be like, I'm not here. Somebody else playing. And people be like, no, not to message me. But with PS4, I still get messages. Like I'll be like in the menu, I'll be getting messages like, hey, bro, I'm playing. Hey, hey, bro. I'm like, dude, it's not even me on the damn game. Hey, why you ignoring me, man? Hey, what's your problem? Yeah, that's pretty funny though. But hopefully they'll fix that though. That's minor. That's the easiest
and that was another thing that we had got into it with JTech about. We were saying how a lot of the features were missing from the 3 that should have been on the 4, and he was damage controlling that. We're talking about, well, if I want to listen to music or whatever, I can just put in my USB stick. I'm like, well, we didn't have to do that on the last gen.
That 'cause for the PS4, they want you to buy shit. The PS3, remember the slogan it had? It only does everything. That shit did do everything. The PS4.
Yeah, I remember it used to store photos, videos. You could actually download videos off the internet too, and you could store photos
in it on the PS4.
So, damn, you can't. So they want you to buy their shit off their store.
Yeah, they want you to use that. They want you to use that streaming music service.
Let me ask you this. All right, let me ask you this one. Can I download it? Because of what I used to do. Because I remember PlayStation 3. I remember like you can download wallpapers off the internet. Like I used to go on Google, and be like, "Oh, this wallpaper's cool." Why the hell I pay Sony for like?
I don't think you can do that anymore. No, you can't do that no more. So you gotta use their. You gotta use their themes. Yeah.
But oh my god,
you have to use the themes they give you.
You know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That sucks.
You have to use the themes that they. Yeah, you have to use the themes that they give you now.
Not yet. Rainbow, they probably won't do it because they probably want you to buy their themes. That's fucked up because I used to just be like, man, this wallpaper is cool on the internet. Download it onto my my drive and then just put it there. You know, it used to be my new wallpaper. Yeah. Man, that sucks. Damn. Man, fuck it. Well, I just gotta keep that blue setup then. I ain't paying $3 for that shit. I will say there's a good thing about Sony though. Sony has good gamer pictures. Sony can use Facebook gamer pictures. Xbox has the most lousiest. It's funny because they started this shit. You have Xbox One has the shittiest gamer picture system ever. I'm like, what the hell happened? At least with Sony on the PS4, you could take photos from Facebook. You could put any photo for crying out loud. Even an explicit one, which might get you banned if somebody reports you, but you can still put it, any photo on your Facebook and be like, yo, this is my profile picture. You can't do that with the Xbox One. You know what I'm saying? And Xbox, so it's like, you see what I'm saying? They all have features that the other don't have. We still fighting for it. Rainbow said he's still fighting for it.
So before we wrap this up, I got a question for y'all.
Yeah, go ahead.
And this is last topic here.
Okay, last topic, everybody. We finishing up.
Your two most anticipated, two games that you're anticipating the most that are coming out this year.
Gears 4 and Uncharted 4. The 2 games with 4s, the 4 of a kind.
Cricket.
Dark Souls 3 and Nier or Neo.
I know. He's talking about Nier 2.
To Dark Souls 3 right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna say.
What about you, Rick?
I'm gonna say Uncharted and man, it's between Quantum Break and Gears.
Gears 4, man, trust. Gears 4. I'm telling you right now, Quantum Break ain't even gonna come close to Gears 4.
You don't think so? My only thing is I haven't been in on the series, so I can't really.
Thanks, bro.
I don't really know what's going on, you know.
I feel you. I think Quantum. All right. I don't want to keep continuing this live stream, this podcast, because I know you guys probably have to go or whatever. But Gears 4 is gonna have I hope it's a good game. But normally they usually are. Quantum Break, you don't really know. Quantum Break, in my opinion, doesn't really look that appealing. The
story looks good.
Dude, look, I said it before, and I'm gonna say it one last time. That game's gonna flop because instead of investing the money into the game, they invested it into getting actors for the game, which makes no fucking sense.
I disagree with you.
A lot of games do that. A lot of games do that. Like God of War, they hire actors. You know, like a lot of games. Actually, a lot of
Kratos.
Games
who the hell does Kratos look like? Like in
Kratos is a black guy.
You could tell. Yeah, but he's not modeled after like Will Smith.
Oh, you talking about
He's not using Will Smith's likeness or none of that. They're hiring real actors. The
I know what
dude
you're talking about.
Quantum Break used to be Iceman on one of the X-Men movies.
Well, Gears did it, but Gears they had Ice-T. Gears 3, they had Ice-T with Aaron Griffin. I mean, they were about
that. But that was just the voice, though, right? It wasn't the likeness and everything.
Oh, they're using the likeness. Oh,
they're
see.
using the guy's likeness, and they're using one of them from Game of Thrones too, Littlefinger.
Okay, I see your point. Oh, so that I see what you're saying. Okay, yeah, that is really.
Agree with you. I disagree with you, go Cricket.
Making the game better.
Cricket, I disagree with you. Beyond Two Souls had all their characters were actors.
Yeah, but that's a movie game though. That game is.
So is this, but this is too. Quantum Break is too. It's actually based on a TV show.
Which show?
It's on Quantum Break. There's a if it's either out already.
Show called Quantum Break.
Yeah, or it's coming out. It's actually based on a real show.
It's coming out though, right? That makes it even worse.
I don't know.
It might even see. Which is kind of, I don't understand this, how they're going to base something off a show that's not even really out yet, but it seems kind of awkward. Like, I don't understand, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're playing the game, is it going to be like Hitman where it release scenes or chapters episodically? Like, you know what I mean? It just seems weird. Like, I don't know why they would base something, or they're going to give you an example, like, how the story is. I don't know. It just seems fucking weird. Like, you know what I mean? Because, like you said, the show's not out yet, right?
My thing is this. There's gameplay out. There's gameplay out. The story looks very interesting. My only issue with it is that it looks
repetitive. That I will say, the gameplay looks repetitive with me. I know a lot of people out there probably say it doesn't, but to me it looks repetitive as shit. It looks like shoot, kill, respawn. It looks like that typical Gears shit. You know what I mean? Gears is different.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Beyond Two Souls is more like you.
It looks clunky. The gameplay
more like Until Dawn.
The gameplay looks clunky, but the story is good. They've got the gameplay up now. I mean, if you want to go see it.
But what I'm saying,
I'm gonna compare it to Jak and Daxter though.
But don't the game look repetitive though? I mean, shoot, kill, respawn, cinematic cutscenes.
Yes, it does.
Kill, respawn.
But what? Yeah,
like, you know
but what?
Cinematic cutscenes.
Yeah, but my thing is this: what game? What I hate to say this, and this isn't a good excuse, but what game isn't repetitive?
You don't feel it.
Every game is repetitive.
Even Uncharted, Uncharted at times. At times, you proceed, you go to another level. I mean, it's a lot of stuff is repetitive.
No, you're right, but Uncharted has more diversity. One, you're climbing up a train. One, you're climbing up a cliff. One, you're stealthing up behind people. You know, it has more variety in the missions.
I agree.
Like
I agree with you.
That's what I'm saying. You get what I mean on that part.
Do this for me, okay? Go watch the first 16 minutes of gameplay. Look at the story. My thing is this: the story looks interesting. That's all I'm saying. I agree with y'all. The gameplay looks horrible. It looks clunky. It looks.
That's what I'm saying. That's why
it looks weird.
At the end of the day, video game. I play a game. I know I love a good story, but let me tell you something. If the gameplay is trash, I don't want to fuck with it. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how good the story is, but if it is, you know, especially, see, the difference between Heavy Rain and those games, they don't focus on gameplay. You just focus on what they're already good at. So that's different. But when a game like that has, like, those elements have to be good people. That Gears of War, even though the story's too bad, but it has those same pieces. Like, you know, you're doing the same shit. I mean, one, you're in a submarine in one part, and that's it. Other parts, you're just shooting locusts throughout the whole game. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, man. Well.
Yeah, I got the PS4 now. But okay, we're gonna cut the stream.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up the.
Okay.
The discussion. I wouldn't call it a podcast or anything, but I'm gonna stop the recording now.
Okay, all right, everybody. We're gonna stop the recording. It was nice for you guys to watch. Hope you guys have a good one. We're probably gonna be trying to do this a little bit more often, but if you guys want to rewatch this shit, it will be on my YouTube channel. You see the link description. I already know that you subbed Rainbow, so you know. Take care, everybody.
Rainbow, check out my page.
You want to leave a link first?
What are you on Twitch?
We're just doing a podcast. Yeah, I'm on Twitch right now. So.
Yeah, I'm featured on your channel, right?
Yeah, you can come. Well, on YouTube. Yeah, hey guys, also, yeah, you actually are. If you subscribe to my channel, I'm gonna put my link. You'll see a dude named Wavy Cricket and Resurrection. They'll be under where it says True Gamers. Okay, those are the two picks. Subscribe to them too, because those are the same people I'm talking to in this. Yeah, I left the link down. These are the same people I'm actually talking to on in the party that you're actually hearing right now. So I'm gonna, leave it for a few seconds, and you guys, subscribe to them. Cool guys, And if you guys want to add me, my name is Killer Yoshi, KILLAYOSHI 173. So if you guys want to, add me on PlayStation, Xbox, it's GameStar. You see one of my videos, you'll see it's GameStar. Like look at any Xbox video I got. You'll be able to see my tag. But all right, is everybody ready? All right, so take care, everybody. That was good.
Peace.
Peace out. Peace. I gotta say that was pretty good.